Well, call Roof Max with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call Roof Max today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Luby Bat Conservancy is excited to welcome everyone back to our 17th annual Florida Bat Festival held Saturday, October 23rd, 10 to 5. Bat Fest is a local family-friendly event held at Luby, where guests can enjoy games and activities in the kids zone, local artisans, food trucks, live music, craft beer from local breweries, and of course, the world's largest bats. Highlights include baby bats born this year and the grand opening of the new education center. For more information, visit the Luby Facebook page or www.luby.org/Batfest.
You're having another great day and you have good taste tuning into WOCA The Source with Ocala Talks and Tom Schmitz. Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back. Got Galen Unall for one more segment. He's brought to you by Palm Garden. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation offers skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions you want to ask Palm Gardens, give them a call at 352-854-6262. We'd also like to thank Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated. Serving Marion County for over 30-plus years, Penn Flooring is a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solutions for your flooring needs, having both experience in both commercial and residential fields. Go to see their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street or give them a call at 352-351-3420. And, of course, just shipped. They flipped the script on shipping. Before, you had to buy the box, you had to buy the wrapping, you had to buy the tape, you had to package your item up, then you took it to the UPS store or the post office and stood in line waiting for your opportunity to ship your item. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Just Ship will come for a small pickup fee plus postage. They will take your item, they'll wrap it, they'll box it, they'll tape it up, they'll go stand in line at the post office or the UPS store, saving you time and money. And as we all know, time is money, so they save you money on top of money. That's justshipped.net. Galen Unall from Lifestyle joins us. Galen, you said 36th. I still can't wrap my head around that. So at Fort King and 36th, right there at Fort King and 36th, where the red light is, going down the hill. You're up the hill. You went up the hill, up number 7. Red light then. You went up number 7 to the top of the hill, and then there's Fort King. From that point going towards baseline, point going towards Maricamp was dirt road?
Yeah, for a little bit, and then they paved it. I lived on the corner of 39th Avenue and 3rd. So, 3 blocks off of 36th Avenue, right behind Highland.
Right.
And then they paved it, and I remember when they paved it, and that was a huge deal.
And it was 2-lane. It was 2-lane, not 4-lane. It was 2-lane.
Oh yeah, it was 2-lane. And then they didn't pave it down Fort King for a while. But inside my neighborhood was dirt roads until the 80s.
The neighborhood right behind Highlands.
Yeah, it's where I live.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are very thin. There's some very skinny roads back there.
Well, they were dirt roads until, I don't know, like 79, 80.
Did you ever witness the brick roads? Fort King when it was brick, or had it already been asphalt?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't really remember it. I know they were there, but because there are still sections, and I would go to people's houses growing up, and they would have like the sections of it in their yard, in the front of their house. And I remember it was just a problem if we were playing in the street. It was just made everything harder.
You got some weird bounces with the baseballs and the footballs and everything off the bricks.
Yeah. And that's the only reason I remember.
And those bricks are still there, but they've had asphalt. Absolutely. They've had asphalt on them for so long. When you pull that asphalt up, I got to see in between where the Marion Theater is and the chocolate confectionery, in that little strip of road that runs in between there. They pulled that up to repave it and, put the new oak leaf stamps and everything in the sidewalk and everything. About 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, they renovated that whole area, And when you pulled the asphalt up, there were these pristine bricks, and they weren't unlevel. A lot of brick roads some bricks are higher than the other ones, and it's bumpy and everything. These were perfectly level, perfectly pristine, because they'd had the pressure of that asphalt on them for so long that they had settled. I'm a big proponent that we should take the asphalt up and return the downtown area, at least, to the bricks to accentuate that we are the brick city after the building of brick buildings after the Great Fire of 1881. So, but that's my history guy. I want to go back to where it was, with the brick streets.
Well,
but I know nobody wants to but me. I know nobody wants to but me.
That's a Buddy Martin thing.
No, that's a me thing.
Buddy loved it.
That's a me thing.
Buddy loved it too. He talked about it all the time. But the one place that was probably my favorite growing up that nobody ever talks about is there was a place called I can't remember if it was called the Bottle Shop or the Pop Shop, but you could go in there and buy bottles of all kinds of different flavored soda.
Shut your mouth.
Oh no, it was heaven. And so we'd go in there, and my dad would give us a crate. Right? He'd give each kid a crate, and they were a radio sponsor, so I think it was all trade. But he would give each kid a crate, and you could put any variety of bottle of drink you wanted.
24 crate.
24 old wooden crate.
Oh, you were living life. That old soda crate. Oh yeah.
Remember the old 10-ounce bottles?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then the rule was you just had to bring the bottle back.
Well, you got refunds for the bottle, but they didn't give you a refund because you got them for trade, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how it ended, but we would. Oh gosh, that was the best. And you would always go over to your buddy's house.
Where was it at? Where was it located?
House. You know where Kerr's Wing House is?
Yes.
Okay.
Which used to be Shoney's, by the way, before it was the Wing House.
Correct. So back right behind there, I think it's now like a Dollar General.
Well, the Dollar General sits where Barn Hills was, right next to Kerr's Wing House.
Correct. It was right where Barn Hills was.
Oh.
But that building itself has been demolished.
Oh yeah, it was demolished, certainly. So you could go in. It was kind of like the Metro that's on 7th. It was kind of like that, but the Metro's for adults now, where you could go in and find uber varieties of microbrewery beer and everything at the Metro on 7th. You mean this bottle shop was kind of like that, except for soda?
Correct. It was fantastic.
That would be a kid's dream.
It was fantastic.
That would be almost like finding the golden ticket and going to Willy Wonka.
But I really remember we would go there on like a Saturday morning, and not coming home for a while, right? Because and it was the thing is there was no, it was the floor was really uneven, and so they had these push carts. But if you pushed it, it's almost like the liquor lounge, the ABC.
Right.
They make the floor so bad that you can't overstock the bottles.
Right, yeah.
I think that's how they control it. And I think and so my dad was like, you can't have a cart, you have to carry it. And that was a limiting factor.
Yeah, because that's heavy for a kid. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Because first off, the wooden crate itself, you get about 6-8 bottles in there with the weight of the wooden crate. For an 8 or 9-year-old, that's a struggle already.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was absolutely a cool place to be.
Where was your go-to candy store? Did you have that one? Did you have that one? Did you have that one convenience store though that you knew every penny candy, and every nickel candy there was?
At my grandma's house in North Carolina, I did, but it wasn't really. It was a convenience store up on the corner, and we'd have to walk 2 miles to get there. But
and walked it proudly.
It was. By the way, it was uphill both ways.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
We were in a valley.
We got about a minute. We got about a minute and a half. I heard a story though that 35 years ago, the downtown square was a bunch of plywood boarded up buildings.
Sure.
That
It was
Goss
it's
and
weird
Sons,
in my lifetime.
Goss and Sons, the rug store, and O'Malley's. That was pretty much it.
My mother-in-law worked at Goss and Sons for decades, and she would talk about it all the time. How it almost went. It was the center of town, right, where everybody went, and then it went to nothing, and now it's back to the center of town. And I think Ocala has done a couple of things really well. But the way they've turned downtown Ocala into a place where you want to go.
Right.
Whether it's during Christmas, it doesn't matter the time of the year. The restaurants there are phenomenal. The vibe is fantastic. They have fixed the parking issues with the garage.
They've got the homeless issue almost under control.
Well, as much as you can control it.
Right.
They're just willing to take them to jail, which is the key.
Hey, Galen, tell us where the Bloodmobile is today.
Hey, Bloodmobile today would be cool if we were like at the pop shop. But I could run a blood drive at the pop shop. I want to be clear about that. But today we're out in the shores at the Walmart out there. I guess it's the same thing. Maybe people are going to get excited about Walmart when they get older. I doubt it. But get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Galen, from Life South, brought to you by Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation, and Just Ship. Galen, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye, all.
We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, The Source.
This Friday night on the WOCA High School Football Game of the Week, the 7-1 Bellevue Rattlers take on the undefeated Vanguard Knights.
Flight drops back. He's going to look to the left. Now he comes back to the right for Jackson Dennis, who catches it at the 5 and carries a Pasco Pirate into the end zone. Touchdown!